Welcome, boys and girls. It's Fun Friday. Hi, everyone. I am so glad to see you again. This is Mrs. Gassaway. The last time I saw you, I had my puppet here. Well, today I thought, you know what? I want to show you and teach you a little bit about making a puppet, making your very own puppet. These are some puppets that I made this week. Do you like her? Jojo Bo? This one is so simple to make. Let me tell you how I did it. Okay, I started off with just a round circle. Now, you can trace anything you want, just as long as you have a round circle to begin with. So I had a round plate. So you would put it down on a piece of paper. And I will show you how I did it here. And you can trace around it with your pencil. And then once you trace around it, then you will cut it out. Now the next part is pretty easy. How did I make her hair? All I did is after I had the circle cut out, I laid my circle down. Let's pretend this is my paper. And I traced, let's say I'm gonna make her some hair. So I'm gonna make her hair like this. So it's going to come up like this and around. And as you can see, I'm just drawing around the side of the plate. And then come back this way. If you want long hair, you can have long hair or short hair. Ever how you want to do the hair. So then after you do that, all you have to do is cut out the hair and then put it on top of your plate. Just like I did that. The next thing you can do is you can make your eyes. I just happen to have these cute little eyes here at my house. However, you can also make eyes out of paper, and I'm going to show you one that I did using paper. The nose is just a button. You say, well, I don't have any buttons. Well, you might have an old shirt that you've outgrown, and if you look on there, there might be a button, and you can use a button from that. You'll never believe this, but this is nothing more than sweethearts. This is just candy that I had, and I just glued it on there, and it works great. And as I said, oh, the eyelashes were kind of tricky to do. You can see that it's just black paper, and I've kind of formed it and glued it around the eyes to make the eyelashes. And then I'm holding it up with a pencil. You can just tape it on the back. And of course, I topped it all off with my Jojo Bo. Now, if you want to make a Bowie, this is my Bowie I was working on. Okay, I've got part of him done. So here, once again, white paper. This is his ears. Now, how did you make the ears? You know what I did? I just made a question mark. All I did is I drew off a question mark, and then I cut out my question mark. As you can see, I'm going to cut out my question mark right here. Cut it around like that. I'm cutting out my question mark. And you should have some children's-sized scissors for this to cut out your question mark. Okay, once I've got my question mark cut out, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut some of that off because his ear doesn't need to be that big. Then all you have to do is put it on the other side, and now you have two ears. Now here's the eyes. You can see how I did that. I just used paper. I just had some white paper and some blue paper. Well, guess what? If you say, I don't have colored paper, you know what? You probably have some crayons. You can use your white paper and just color it so you can make the eyes whatever color you'd like. The nose was just a piece of candy that I had. And check out this mouth. I haven't finished putting the mouth on there, but you know what that is? It's macaroni. So don't rob mom's macaroni unless she says it's okay to. So anyway, and all I did was glue that on there. Then the next thing I would do is there's several different ways you can do it. A fork, this is just a plastic fork. Believe it or not, they make a great little holder. You can just stick your fork in there and it will hold up your puppet. You can do that. I'm gonna show you some other puppets that I made this week. This one is made with a spoon. Check out her little hair. All I did, this right here is the grass that goes in the Easter baskets. And this is just a clear spoon. I just made her cute little dress and glued it on there and glued some dots. This is the bunny. Check out my bunny. This is TP Bunny. I don't have any arms on there yet, but you know why it's called TP? It's made from toilet paper. Now, if you're wondering, well, you know what? I'm not very good at drawing. There's something else you can do. You can just look through magazines, coloring books, and all you have to do is just cut out a picture and put it on a stick. Put it on, if you want to use, like I showed you before, you can put it on a pencil. So you're like, well, why should I know how to do a puppet? Well, I'm gonna teach you something I bet you didn't know. I bet you didn't know that if you use puppets, that it increases your imagination. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know also that it helps you to be very creative. And it also helps you with your reading. Now, don't tell Mom I said it will help you with your reading, but it really does. And it also helps you with your comprehension. You don't have to tell her that either, because, you know, we're just having fun. You know, we're not really learning a whole lot. We're just having fun telling stories. Love it when you get to retell stories. Another thing is that it helps you with your fine motor skills. You're like, what? If you've got a puppet and you're using your hands like this, you're helping these fingers right here get really, really strong. And I know you guys do video games, but a lot of times video games are using a thumb, but finger puppets are using these hands like this. And this is good for when you have to grasp a pencil so that you can help improve those skills and help your writing. Another thing, that it helps you to boost your confidence. You might be really, really shy, but once you get behind a puppet, all of a sudden you forget who you are and you start taking on the actions of this puppet. So that's a great way to use puppetry. Another thing is it helps you to act out your dreams. Whatever you might want to do, whatever you might want to be, and it just helps you to act it out. And also, it helps you with your feelings. Sometimes you might be really, really sad and you're just like, I don't know why I'm sad. If you use puppets, sometimes it helps you to just act it out, and so you can understand, this is why I'm really sad. So puppets can be used in many, many ways. Now, my grandson, who is 11 years old, one of his favorite things was he would play with my granddaughter, who is 5, and they would do the Johnny Johnny. It'd be, Johnny Johnny, yes Papa. Eating candy, no Papa. Telling stories, no Papa. Open wide, ho ho ho. I heard that so many times, but that was just using puppetry and I loved it. Now you're like, you know what? I have puppets, but I really don't have a place to put on a puppet show. Let me show you what I did. This is something when my grandkids come over. This was just a big old box, and we're going to use it. We're going to paint it so we can have our own little puppet show, and we can hide our hands down here so all you get to see is the puppets. So I hope that you learned a lot about puppetry, and I hope that you make some puppets and put them on our website so I can see them. Thank you again, and have fun making puppets. Bye-bye.